What do you hear? What do you say? It's another World Box Day, and I'm here in the legendary world of Piggy, Book 2, Chapter 1, and it was released yesterday, and a lot of exciting things happened, and I have discovered some secrets that you may not know about. But first, before I get started on all those secrets, I want you to notice that some of the doors I'm going to have numbers or have letters on them, and that is for the colorblind mode that he promised us, and I'm going to show you how to get that colorblind mode right off the bat in settings menu. Okay, so you want to go to your settings menu and you'll see there's some options now, graphics for high and low. Also, you got colorblind on and off. Go ahead and turn your colorblind on, and then you're going to see some interesting things in the map. You also coming soon, show friendly items. I'm not sure what that is. Show friendly items. Maybe that's going to be a detector so you can find the items a little faster, which would make it like an easy mode. And then there's also going to be a hard mode coming soon. I don't see a lot of people turning that on, but hard mode might be interesting. I wonder if anybody's ever going to solo hard mode. So here's what happens when you turn on colorblind mode. You're going to walk around and you're going to notice some of the doors have letters on them. And when you get into the map, you'll notice the orange door is D, the green door is an A, the blue door is a C, and the purple safe is a G, and so on and so on. If you go through the map, everything is lettered up for you. Now let's talk about the opening scene of this chapter. It is set in the past when you were a cop with Doggy before he was infected. You had information that a crook that you were looking for was in this area, hiding in the alley somewhere, and that's what brings us into the story. The whole mission of this map is you are looking for Willow Wolf, which you will eventually find in the end scene, but there's a twist, a plot to the story that maybe you haven't recognized by some clues he's given out, and we're going to go talk about those clues. We're going to go around and look for all the notes, and then we're going to see the end scene, and by the end of this video, I'm actually going to show you 2 glitches you can do right now in this map. Make sure you pay attention all the way to the end. Leave a like on this video, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'm going to show you some glitches you're going to love. All right, the first sign we find is in the hotel towards the front door. It says hotel temporary closed as per request of the LPD, and you're going to find out what the LPD is. It's the police department of this town, but it's not Lachlan like we thought, like Peppa Pig is. It's actually a different name. Had to change it for copyright reasons. And the reason the LPD wanted it closed down, they're looking for Willow Wolf, and they want as little people as possible. The next sign you're going to find is behind the dumpster in the alleyway, and if you see the blow up here, basically the sign reads, breaking billionaire fund search for cure. Mr. P, the successful billionaire based on the city of Lucelia. So Lucelia is the town, not Lachlan. Had to change it for copyright reasons. Has donated over 40% of his bank funds to research facilities all over the nation to aid in the search of the cure for the Lenovo disease. Now you might say, what is the Lenovo disease? No, it is actually made up, correct. But break down the word. If you take the first part, L-I-N-N-A-E-O, that actually is a real disease. That is a disease between plants that spreads through roots. Look it up. Also, if you take the last part of the word, the suffix O-M-A, oma, which means tumors or abnormal growth. So basically, he's talking about Mrs. P has this disease. It is a disease that spread through roots and is a growing cancer. So Mrs. P is a plant. Mrs. P's a potato. So Mrs. P's a potato. She got this disease because only potatoes can get the disease, not piggies, and it is causing some kind of abnormal growth on her, like a potato spur. She's got potato spurs, which is normal in potatoes. Mr. P, why are you freaking out, bro? Just cut it off. Okay, just cut off. You don't need to make a whole potion to solve something potatoes normally get. Okay, this is a normal disease potatoes get. So it's funny that he used that word, that he put those two together to make a growth disease that spread through roots, and she happens to be a potato. I just thought that was hilarious. Next sign we find is in the hotel section. You know, right before you get that code, slipped under the door. Can K come out and play? Obviously, this is from a child to a parent. We're going to find out who K is, but I believe it is Kangaroo. So we got a kangaroo child is going to be a new character in this story. And if you'll see the end cutscenes, it's going to talk more about the child. Also notice above the laundromat, which is owned by Leo, and that will be Leo the lion, which will be a new character introduced. There's some spy glasses. Now what I tried to do, I tried to jump spam and see if I could get on the roof above or across the hall, and he's got it blocked off pretty well, so it's kind of hard. You can't jump spam it. So I tried jumping on the bench and maybe zooming out and getting a quick glimpse. And if I noticed right for 1 second, I could actually see, and you see right there, that it is not a person. There's nobody there. It's actually just eyeglasses on a pole. If you look right at the top, you can see there's a pole. And there's nobody there. So we do not know who was looking out at us because there's not actually a character there. And if you teleport glitch into the sidewall downstairs and somehow can wiggle your way up, you can actually see that the room above the second floor of the laundromat is empty. There's literally nothing in there except for those glasses, and the windows are boarded up, which leads me to believe the only person that could be using these glasses was Willow Wolf, looking out for us, making sure we're not coming. And that's when he decided to run for the exit when he saw us. Okay, another interesting glitch besides that one, you can glitch into the freezer in the restaurant. You're just going to go up to the door, put your face in the window, and then you can do an E-laugh glitch and zoom spin, and it should pop you through about halfway. You're going to have to crouch and go in first person. It's going to take a couple tries because a lot of times it just pops you back out. But you can get into the freezer of the restaurant, which I thought was pretty cool. But once you get in here, you just find that it's empty. It's been cleaned out, and all the ice is melted, and it's melted on the floor. And no, the mop doesn't work there. There's no mop symbol for that. It's just water on the floor. That's it. Another fun glitch is actually the dumpster in the alleyway between the hotel and I can't remember what the other building is. You can get over that hotel, run through the alleyway, and get out to the street. But be careful doing this. Now, this I think was just a standard zoom glitch. And when you get to the street, don't jump on the sidewalk. There are no collisions on that sidewalk. If you touch that sidewalk, you will literally fall through the sidewalk and off the map. So it's not that fun of a glitch because you can't go out there and play chicken with the cars. This is what I wanted to do, but at least you can get there. Now, I'm not sure if you jump over the sidewalk, the street is good, but the sidewalk is definitely no collisions and you will fall through it. Now, I was able to find one picture of somebody who got across the road, but I believe it's a no-clip picture of the outside of the buildings. And you have the police car there, and if you zoom in on the license plate number of the car is ODC125. Also, if you haven't noticed, look at the sky. It's daytime. This is the first map we played where it was daylight time. All right, let's talk about the end cut scene. If you get to the end, you open the door, you zoom all the way out, and you look to the side, you're going to see a note. Dear Willow, please take care of William. While I'm gone, we'll be back soon. So we're going to try and find out who William is, but it's obviously William was in this room because there is another scene right before this happened. Willow Wolf is actually standing right behind the door you open before you get to the last part, and then you see her run, jump up that vent, and into the vent on the other side and go in the room that you're going to open for the final cutscene. You also didn't notice at the end scene, check this out, there's actually a lockable door right there. There's a hatch. And this tells us something about the end scene that's about to happen. There's a hatch. Check out the two beds right here. There's two beds in there. Actually, there's three. There's three beds. But one of them's small. There's a tiny bed, there's a big bed, and there's a really big bed. I think this is where Rash, Willow, and the child that they were watching were sleeping. So this kind of explains the end scene. Now let's go into the end scene. Now if you go into this final room, you can see it lit up. This is before you actually open the door. She came down the vent right above her. Willow came down this vent right above, and you see the escape hatch over on the other side. And it looks like they've been living in here with a small child. Maybe the child that they're watching from the sign that you see up on the wall, or maybe it's their child. I'm not sure. But it looks like they're watching a child and they've been stealing food from the town just to keep themselves fed because they're homeless. They're homeless and they're living in this back room. If you look down at the beds, he's really scared. Willow, how are you? You're under arrest for stealing food and other supplies. He was stealing food. It's not like he was stealing jewels or diamonds or gold. He's stealing food. I was only trying to feed my family, please. So this was his family. One husband right here, wife, and there's a child with them. Where is the child this entire time? That'll take us away. I'd rather do that than take you out. And look, here's the little hatch again. There's an escape hatch in this room and 3 beds. Also, look, there's a vent right there above. So this really doesn't feel right. So it didn't feel right us arresting this family when they were just trying to steal food to feed their little child. I don't know what you mean. Unfortunately, it's the way it's got to be. But there isn't anything we can do about it. Okay? Now notice, we never left with those 2 people. They're gone. They're not there. And look, there's that escape hatch here. There's escape hatch here. And there's escape hatch on the floor in the room. I think the child, when you saw Willow Wolf run back there real quick, said, "Get out, they're coming." This end scene means to me is we let them go. They're not here anymore. We let them go. And then we get to this scene. Now we're back into the future, or back into the present. What we were was in a past tense at that time. Also notice there's targets. Look at the targets. Why do they need to do target practice? What are they getting ready to shoot? Also notice everybody has a scarf on or something warm. He has his jacket and his hood. There's a scarf. The kangaroo has a hat. And notice Georgie, which everybody thought was Grandpa Pig, is also dressed up very warm. They're getting ready to head somewhere. Pony and I are going to the store to get some. Do you want to come along? So we're going to a store to rack up on more supplies. It looks like we've been planting food. Also notice the statement here from Mimi. Remember the old radio we found from our supply runs. So this tells us that some time has elapsed since chapter 12, maybe a year, because we've been doing a lot. We've been planting food and doing supply runs and all kinds of stuff. So, and it's cold now, so the season has changed. So I'm going to assume at least 4 or 5 months have gone by since chapter 12. And we just kind of been hanging out here, staying safe as long as we can. So tell me what you think in the comments. Who's the child? Whose child is it that has escaped? Or do you think they have escaped? Do you think Willow and Rash are going to come back in this story at some point? About what chapter? Maybe chapter 3, 4, 5? Let me know in the comments what you think so far of what you've seen and how much time you think's gone by and what kind of food are they growing over there. There's a lot of unanswered questions still in this story. Please leave me a like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and remember, people, as we get through Piggy Book 2, stay lucky!